We joined the Toyota World Rally team for a dawn start in the picturesque mountains of Almeria, Spain, where they were preparing the Yaris WRC for the rigours of gravel events like Mexico, Argentina and Chile. With 9 of the 14 rallies this year on gravel, and each with its own characteristics, getting the right setup is vital.
In the World Rally Championship, the grip levels are and the roads are different in Mexico, different in Argentina, different in Spain, different in Portugal. That you make the car suitable for those conditions what you will face in each rally.
This is the best place to get as close as possible in Europe for that, because for testing restriction reasons we need to be here in Europe. It's one very, very important part of the whole championship to get the cars ready for the coming events.
After the wintry conditions of Monte Carlo and Sweden, finding the optimum settings for the gravel events was the next big test for engineers as they set about fine-tuning the Yaris's suspension.
We have specialists for the suspension, but we do also plenty of other things, geometry and engine mappings and things like that. But on the suspension side, most of the time we change the dampers completely. It's not because there is some problem, but it's because we try to find out new setups, and after each run we are analyzing, and discussing what to do next.
The punishing gravel can also destroy tyres, so choosing the right rubber is key, while satisfying the individual styles of the team's 3 drivers adds another complex element to the overall puzzle.
With the tyres, nowadays it's a little bit different because we have only each rally 2 different compounds. And Michelin is working for us. They are having a technician here to fit the tyres and to check the temperatures and keep eye on the tyres all the time.
I'm let's say, like an old-fashioned rally driver, so I drive a bit more sideways than probably the younger generation rally drivers. I need good grip level at the rear, because when you're on the angle and your drift, it doesn't start to go stepping out. And that is the most important part for me on a gravel. Understeer I can live with it, that I can always manage, but if it starts to be too much oversteer, that is what I don't like. So that's what I'm aiming, that the car turns and drifts easily through the corners and that you can keep it flowing all the time.
With drivers usually only getting 1 day behind the wheel on test, it's important to collect as much data as possible, then relay the information to the team's engineers.
As driver, the best thing is that he's doing a constant driving all the time to see and to analyze the differences. Of course, we have a lot of data out of the car, but one big data is also the driver.
If you come there, you do the test, and then they ask, how did you feel? What do you want to change? You say, I don't know, it felt okay, it was quite good. Engineers can't really get anything out of it. It's difficult to go forward from there. So when you come out there, you can explain the car, okay, in the braking, the rear was lifting too much, and when I went to corner, the rear started to oversteer, so we need overall more grip, and we need to maybe rear lower to keep it closer, that it doesn't start to go up too much, and things like that, that you can give the right expressions.
Life on a World Rally team means long hours and difficult conditions, but with the latest round in Argentina, the first of 5 straight gravel events, they'll be hoping all the hard work pays off.
We are working 5 days non-stop, maybe 14 hours per day. It's not so much rest time. You need to be a little bit, let's say, motivated for motorsport, otherwise you don't do it. That is for sure.
For me, it's the same thing as you play football. You are great players, but you still practice and you keep the routine, you keep the feeling all the time. And this is that finding the balance that you feel confident 100% for your car. That is the most important idea and the target of the day in testing.